Today we're looking at our two bathrooms that we're going to be redoing, going from a tub to shower conversion, and we're going to be replacing two fiberglass units and replacing them with acrylic units. I'm going to go over a couple of the highlights of why we would make a change like that, especially in a home like this, to do two bathrooms in a home that's less than 2 years old. The main reason someone would, in a home that's less than 2 years old, replace their already existing, essentially brand new one-piece fiberglass tub and wall unit is, first of all, because of quality and longevity, as well as health reasons. So on a unit like what we have behind me here that's fiberglass, really at the end of the day isn't waterproof. Fiberglass is just what it is. It's fiber, it's cloth, it's put into a mold, and it's resins on top of it as well. What makes it waterproof is that they actually put a layer of acrylic on top of it. This layer of acrylic over a few months is cleaned with either a CLR or any detergent that you use on it, right down to vinegar and water. As long as that wiping motion is taking place, it wears down and takes off the enamel, and obviously you see what, it breaks it down, and suddenly it's there as a haven for mold, mildew, hairline cracks that get water in behind, underneath, and all that does is, spawn and encourage, mold, mildew, as well as other diseases that you can get for your feet, essentially, that we read about. So that would be one huge reason for doing it. The other is obviously aesthetically too. So what we're doing is we're looking at fiberglass as a one-piece unit here that has no function. So because it's a tub, and most people are taking showers at this point, it's much easier to step over a 3.5-inch rail than it is to step over a 15-inch rail, such as a tub. So for reasons of safety, we recommend, and so does the American Disability Act, ADA, recommend going down to a shower, which everyone can typically shuffle over if they need to. So just a couple of the different changes that we're going to make with fiberglass one-piece tub to making it a safer, much more beautiful and functional tub to shower conversion, which is mostly what we do in this area, is we look at two things while we're at it. Obviously, the unit behind me doesn't have any safety bars. It's impossible to put fixed safety bars into a fiberglass, which will just crack and crumble. There's nowhere that could really put it on without it breaking off, and if someone held on to it the wrong way and they fell, there's nothing holding it there. Another thing we do is we make it more accessible for them as far as putting in better quality fixtures. We come in with devices that are brass, solid brass and ceramic. So they come with lifetime warranties, and you never have to worry about them again. So, as well as the fact that in this particular unit, the shower head is actually coming out of the sheetrock, because the one-piece unit stops 12 inches below, height-wise, the actual shower head coming out of the wall. And if there is a place that's going to leak, it's going to be the shower head, while different people are getting out of it, changing the angle, height-wise or back and forth, what have you. That's where you're going to see the crumbling, that's where you're going to see the breakdown and the leaks coming in behind the wall, behind the unit. So that's another thing that will be solved right away by having the acrylic put in instead. So what you just saw was the older, 2-year-old fiberglass one-piece tub and wall unit. And now what we're looking at is what we've replaced, the finished product, the other bathroom that had exactly the same unit in it. Now we've replaced it with our acrylic, our high gloss is what they chose here in white to keep it nice and neutral. And so this is the difference between acrylic versus what they took out, even after 2 years, when it doesn't look that bad. So acrylic is a very close cousin to glass, just like in the window, but it's lighter than glass and stronger than glass, but like glass, it's non-porous. Why the reason we use acrylic is because it can be sealed up, airtight, watertight, and there's no caulking, because caulking discolors, pulls away from what you're trying to seal it to. It's used as an oil-based silicone with moldicide that lasts forever. It lasts forever. So not only will the product look good 30 years, 35 years down the road like brand new, but so will the silicone that's used as well. And another thing that is different between the acrylic wall in particular, as well as instead of the fiberglass wall, the fiberglass sticks quite away from the wall all around the unit, and it's just wasted space. It's not thick, it's paper thin, so it can literally crack if the right person leans on it, such as myself. What they use, so literally it's just a fiberglass unit, what we just left, and behind it is studs, that's all. What we use to adhere it to, once we've gone here and taken our fiberglass out, we re-stud everything, because we know that there's going to be damage, water, even after 2 years, there's going to be water damage to the stud. So we come in and put new tube-way floors in. We also put in new sheetrock. We use a water repellent green board, which is for the industry, as well as we also put plywood up behind here too, so that the safety bars don't have to match up to actual studs that might be in an odd or inconvenient or cumbersome spot for someone to stand there and hold on to. We can actually have the homeowner step inside and tell us exactly how they stand taking a shower, how they get in and out, and we can put the safety bars exactly where they need them. Another thing about the walls that makes them much different than either a tile and grout or even the fiberglass is that you're not going to see like you see sometimes in some older homes where the tile and grout has started to bend forward and fall over. Same with the fiberglass unit. If there's a crack down lower, we come into the home and someone thinks that they can maybe just put it up and put some tape there where it is, but it's just leaking behind and creating a bigger problem. Since it's so strong, this acrylic, you can take a hammer to it, you're not going to scratch it. Since it is so strong, against the sheetrock that we put up, we actually use a product which is called SuperTac. Just to give you an idea of how strong SuperTac is. It's not called the Sears Tower anymore in Chicago, but the Sears Tower, whatever it's called now, they actually used the SuperTac to hold the glass in. It was the only product that could hold in the glass because they did have a problem with high winds, as Chicago has known for high winds, with the windows being blown out and of course coming down, as far as they did, it wasn't very good for the people down below. So the SuperTac was able to hold those windows in, hold them tight, and it's to this day. So we use the same product to hold them in. So how much stronger do you need to get than that? It's a lot of overkill, but certainly just a testament to the fact that we're putting a lot into it to make sure this bathroom lasts forever. So what we've done here is we've compared it to the last bathroom that we were in. We've taken the wall up higher than more than 18 inches above the actual shower head, as opposed to being 6 inches, having the wall stop 6 inches below the shower head. We have new fixtures, as well as we've raised the fixtures so that they're at a height that's commensurate with the shelving, so that no one has to be bending up and down. Everything's right there, safety bar, shelving, fixtures, all there for them.
For more information about acrylic baths and tubs or to schedule an in-home consultation, call 321-972-1665 or visit us online at coastalbathfl.com.